got some space here. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as his guys continue to pour it on.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Von Bell. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
I was using him. See, that's me, right? He made the interception. That's me. I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I see him, ooh. I was like, ooh, they're going to throw it to him, aren't they? They threw it to him. I was like, nope, you're not going to catch that. Ooh. I didn't switch at all, though. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Only if I
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Legs still churning.
I can't get stopped.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through the...
Looking for Thomas. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in first. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
This is fielded at the goal.
Yeah, but we're gonna get it
hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So they get the one score, and all he takes off with it, it's a fake. Hill shedding the tackle. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, and go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Dude!
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return.
No, you just have to see that. Dude, that was so cool. I wasn't using him at this point but then like that started, it's all the way back there. He was like that. Then I started using him. He bounced, got it. It's like, ooh, let's go. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna juke you. Yeah, I'm gonna break that tackle. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around. Make sure that you can't catch me, kid. I'm gonna go boom, 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 go boom. Only if he kept that block, that would have been a...
And the Saints, they'll have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Ready, 95-56, 95-56. Go. Here we go.
We have Kamara for running back, not a receiver, right?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Past the 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And just one man in the backfield here. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he's going, and oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake.
Go.
And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Oh boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. Throwing Jones. He completes it to Tate. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. He stiff-arms him. Hill shedding the tackle, and he gets in. When no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game is going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
Ready. 70, Indy, General West.
Cowboys versus the
You better be afraid of me.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his 1st year in New Orleans, in on the stop. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 43 yards. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And shedding through the tackle. But he breaks through another tackle.
Dude.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their...
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 72 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And running with power here. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football.
See, that's how you want to do it if you want to get a fumble.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Jones under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Giants. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Catch made by Slayton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Jones now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Looking to throw. Jones under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with them. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped, and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that score gives him a little more separation and a bigger lead. A little more. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Stiff-armed him. And now running right through it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today, but if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That really sets them back, a loss of 6. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Second and long. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And now here's another interception. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know,
and all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he gets it in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Second and 6. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Jones now to throw again. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down. Here's Jones on third down. Finds his tight end Ingram. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
You're good, you're good. 5-4, ready. 5-9. We go 21, 20 seconds.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions.
Yes. Wow. They needed my users. Trust me. Okay, Cowboys. Saints. You'll probably be like, that's not fair. No, that's not fair. It is for me. The 90 overall, 83, playing as the Saints. No, I'm not playing as the Saints. I'm playing as the Cowboys, because Cowboys are my 15. Saints. All day, all day. Cowboys should have went to the Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. What about Saints? What about Saints? What about Saints? Okay, found them. Let's go to... What? Elliot's a superstar. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this. They have a lot of X factors, so it's gonna be hard, guys. It's gonna be hard. Who do you guys think's gonna win the Super Bowl? I honestly feel like the Saints. Saints? I don't know. And there's a rumor that the Saints are getting Antonio Brown. They do. They're gonna be like a 91 overall. And they can get the dub for the Super Bowl. And Antonio Brown can get his like first Super Bowl win. So yeah. And Juju, you have to join the Saints. Like, what if every good wide receiver joined the goddamn...
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy between the New Orleans Saints taking on another NFC team in the Dallas Cowboys. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the lane, watch the lane, watch the lane.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
I know why.
So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8. Maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
A lot of good people, a lot of good people.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. From the 44, Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara.
Stop giving it to Kamara.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And Kamara has it stripped. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
You think
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 66 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
Stop that
Down on the
one.
scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. There he goes,
He has
right
nothing
side.
on me, kid.
And he will score. Touchdown,
Nothing on
Cowboys.
me.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Right now, they would be up.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. An incredibly short. Now a hit and a loose football.
Come on.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed. Because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
We have like the best defense, dude.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll muscle his
Don't
way
try
up to the
it, 'cause we have the
43
best
for a pickup of
defense.
right around 5.
I think, yeah.
And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Way better than you.
Terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Elliott.
He doesn't get stopped.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley.
Kick.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Once he gets to
Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Don't let anyone go to 21 line.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Well,
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
Someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's third down. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Stop him.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Breeze now. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew it. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to put it. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And now off to the races down the right side. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's into the clear. 30. 10, 5, and this is going to be brought back for a return touchdown.
How do you not make it?
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line.
It's not going to be easy, dude. It's not going to be
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Cowboys are the best.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play, and he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously, the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. Still, that race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams, Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the 4th team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC and represents for the Lombardi Trophy.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now, Breeze again.
Got it.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler, Byron Jones. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one.
And got his man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantage.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
We won.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Let's go. Do it.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Touchdown defense.
Now Breeze on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And he gets it down to the 32.
We'll make you fumble,
They
kid.
get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down.
Check.
On the ground, Kamara. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Hey, watch that. Check right 54.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he finds Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Breeze. And he'll take it in the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Pushing tackle. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And the Cowboys are in the end zone for a touchdown.
See, do not sleep anymore. After I told them, after
That was
do
a
not
special
sleep anymore.
return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Let's go, baby. Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run. This is Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The busy night continues for Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for the Saints' 1st down.
Ready. Opposite.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Ready? Over.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's loose again. 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys continue to pour it on.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
They're all about the numbers, aren't
all
they?
about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete.
Don't be caught sleeping.
Touchdown. Ted Ginn, 37 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
Look, I know that all eyes and all credit should be on the guys that brought the ball back a long way, but I'm just wondering about the guys covering and their special teams coach. They've got to be looking at each other and saying, at what point are we going to find a way to stop these guys?
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. And some room to run now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. Now he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the 35 on second down. Prescott eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he gets in. I was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Format to send it away now following the touchdown. Very short kick. This now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making
time to challenge it.
Making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll throw again. Prescott. And it's caught. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
Good job.
Amari Cooper, 34 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though. Because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Here's Breeze to throw. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and then sets up a 1st and goal. Again, it's Breeze. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal. And oh, it's blocked. And the Cowboys pick it up. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So on now is Kai Forbath. If you're wondering, he's hit from as far as 57. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL.
Bragging rights.
And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
We won 9 to 71, boy.